game.
Recording in
We've got
progress.
several injuries that went out throughout the game that we'll have to figure out exactly how long that those guys are going to be out. But I thought they had a really good game plan on defense. I thought they executed it well. They played extremely hard and played through a lot of injuries out there. And offensively, we've got to find a way to run the football. And until we do that, we're putting way too much pressure on our quarterback, our offensive line to protect during those times, and our wideouts to get open. It's hard to win a game when you can't run the football, and we've got to figure out a way to do it. Obviously, we're trying, but what we're doing is not working. So we got to figure that part of it out, because you can't win. We can't, the way we're built, we can't win games not having success rushing the football.
Sam, I know all these games mean a lot to everybody, but KJ, you're coming over to home state. How disappointing do you think it's this for him? What do you think his performance? He had some real good plays, and they have uncharacteristic picks.
Well, I think he's just like everybody else on the team. He's got to continue to get better as well. I know he played extremely hard, and he certainly, just like everybody on the team, I know it was special for him coming back. I wanted to win. But I think he played his heart out. I think if you ask him, he'd probably take a couple, 2 or 3, 4 throws back, but that's part of the game. And I felt like he led extremely well tonight and played very hard.
In the O-line, you started the sort of reshuffle line.
Yeah.
You went back to the old alignment in the second half. What you think of the line play? What went into switching it back?
Well, the first drive, we'll go down and score, but we really didn't block a whole lot of guys. We had a lot of guys coming through untouched. The movement was bothering us, especially at center. And so in the second quarter, we decided to put Bo back at center, maybe help that. And then at halftime, I decided just to go back to where we were the first 5 games and see if we'd be better. I'll have to watch the tape to see if we got any better or not, with that combination of guys. But that's what went into the decision. We could not handle the run throughs and the movement. They were too quick for us. And so I thought maybe if we moved Bo back in the middle, maybe that would calm some things down.
Coach, what do you think of the overall game plan from Travis Williams and just the way that the defense was able to execute it today?
Well, I thought it was fantastic. His call on 4th and 2 that got us the ball with the opportunity to score a touchdown down there inside their 40 was big. I thought our kids really bought into what they were selling. Ole Miss had as good a football game offensively as you can have a week ago. And, if we do a little bit more on offense, we certainly would have been able to continue to do that. We changed up a little bit defensively, trying to get the ball back a little bit, but I think they had a great game plan and they executed it very well.
And then on offense, Ty Washington had a big game.
Hey, man, wasn't that something? I mean, I'm so happy for him. I took him aside just right before I walked in here and told him how proud I was of him, and 7 catches for 2 touchdowns. I mean, he never griped, never complained. He was playing behind Luke, and then he came in and had that type of game. I believe he blocked well too. That's certainly going to do something well for his confidence and our confidence in him. But for his first start to do that was really outstanding. I'm really happy for him.
Well, what is that?
I know injuries are part of the game, tough to
to
Yeah.
see them, but the fourth down punt where you guys had 12 men on the field and then the defense has to come back out, and that's where the ball went down. It's
Yeah.
gotta be tough.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'd already used the timeout. We were gonna go after it, right before, I believe it was right before the half. And so I used the timeout. Either that, I was gonna, make Lane go for it on that side, and hopefully, I was hoping that he would, so we might have an opportunity to score right before half. But we were gonna go block it, and we had too many guys out there, and with the new rule, you can't call back-to-back timeouts, and I couldn't get the timeout, obviously. We did end up, I think we ended up holding them right there, right before half. Didn't we hold them right before half right there? So we were very fortunate there, but yeah, it's, Pooh got hurt. I think Al got hurt. Who else got? Braxton got hurt. Cam Ball got hurt. Them guys just kept playing, kept putting other guys in there, and kudos to the coaches because they had them ready to go no matter who the people were who the guys were that went in there.
So it seemed like you guys went too tight end, a little bit less than the second half. Did you feel like it helped clear the spacing up a little bit to have some more wideouts out on the field?
Well, we were trying to get the ball down the field or outside. We just couldn't do anything, run the ball in the A and B gaps. And we were trying to, what you just alluded to, we were trying to loosen them up a little bit just in case we want to run a draw or something like that, or get the ball out on the edge and play a little bit more 10 personnel as well.
You touched on a little bit with the penalties, but 10 for 70 again. Just what do you make of the way that you guys weren't able to sustain the success you had last week?
Man, that crazy. I mean, we had 0 last week, and we come back, and basically at practice we did the same thing we did the week before, and I don't think it would be any different. It was loud last week too. They stemmed on us last week too, but I mean, nobody can win doing that. And I'm the head coach. That's my responsibility to get fixed. And we're trying, but I just haven't got it fixed.
Sam, what did Ty show you during the week? You said you were going to open up the competition. What did he show you during the week to earn the reps? And then obviously,
He's by far the most consistent guy. And Francis Sherman was as well, at the when we went into 12 personnel. But Ty was by far the most consistent guy. We told him as a 4-man, whomever played the best in the week would start for us, and he earned that right. But he was consistent. You could see he was passionate about getting on the field. He caught the ball well. He just had a really good week.
oh yeah, he losing Luke. But with Ty doing what he did, how big is that for y'all? Maybe how big for him?
First of all, I'm just really happy for him. He'd been here for a while and hadn't really got the opportunity to show what he can do. And so it's big for us. It's big for the last 6 games of the year. And we certainly believed in him today to get him the balls and all that. But he's got a bright future, and hopefully we can get him more and more as the weeks go on.
What's the mood in the locker room?
Somber. I mean, that group in there wants to win as bad as anybody in the state, as bad as we do, as bad as anybody does. And I think you could see it by the effort. I just talked to them about we're not playing smart. And even with the woes that we're having at running the football and protecting him, we had a chance to win the game if we play smart, and I really wish I could. I wish I could explain how you have 0 last week and you come back and have 6 false starts. I wish I could explain it, but I can't. But we're going to damn sure continue to work on getting it fixed.
same thing, you talk about the effort tonight, you can see you guys haven't lost the team, and yet you're not getting tangible results, and winning. How tough is it to hold the team together for the guys to keep, going that way?
I think I worry about it more than the kids. We've got good kids. They're continuing to fight. You don't fight if you don't believe in something. If you don't believe in the coaches, don't believe in each other, or you don't believe that you're going to win. That's when you stop fighting. I don't think we'll have that problem ever with this team, and we got to get ready for Alabama. But it shows really the character of the kids. The worst time in coaching is going in after a game and talking to kids that didn't win, and the greatest is when you win. And but we're beat up right now. We got to get healthy. But the kids fought they fought.
Coach, with KJ tonight, was it more of a lack of protection or what Ole Miss was showing him defensively?
I think it's a little bit of combination, to be perfectly honest with you. There was times when he had time and threw good balls, times when he had times threw balls low and behind. That's any quarterback's going to do that. But I think that, to be perfectly honest with you, I think the wear and tear of him getting hit back in the pocket, I think that has wore on him a little bit mentally. And I don't think he's as calm back there in the pocket as what he was a year ago. I don't know that anybody would be as calm back there if you're getting hit, so I think he did the best he could do under the circumstances.
3 of the losses have been by 1 possession. I guess, how tough is that?
Well, any loss is hard. I mean, you don't want to get blown out or anything like that, but any time you lose, it's hard. I think if you get beat in close games, you can pinpoint a little bit more of why and maybe try to fix it and things of that nature. But I'd rather play a close game than not. We just gotta. Ours tonight was just playing smart football. That's what it was. It wasn't anything else. I mean, that's what it was. And as hard as it was up front on offense, if we just play smart, I just got to believe that one of those field goals would turn into a touchdown. You'd have a different ball game.
It came at the 56-yarder. In the first half, I think you had a chance to maybe try a 55-yarder. Did you think about it? I think
Yeah, I can't remember. I believe it was the other direction if I'm thinking, and that wasn't his yard to gain. That he felt like he could make it. When we were 4th and 6, I was going for it, and then we couldn't get lined up. So we had to use a timeout, and in the timeout, Cam said, "Coach, I've got enough wind here. I can make it." And we were down 10, I believe, and I said, "Okay." I mean, if he tells me he can make it, he can make it. So I said, "Okay," and he kicked it. And the other way was the 33-yard line, and I think we were on the 37, maybe.
How big do you think that momentum was? The kick really helped spark the comeback in the second half.
I think it was big, and the disappointing thing, we're up 3, in the 4th, and we just couldn't make the play. But I think it did give us a big spark.
surprising. I think a lot of people thought maybe both teams would score in the 40s based on,
Past,
Were you
yeah.
surprised it was in the 20s, more of a defensive game?
Well, I went into the game, felt like we really had a good plan on, all 3 phases. I felt like we were going to run the ball a little bit better, and we don't have to run the ball for 200 yards, but we got to run for 100 some, and get people off the throwing game. And but I really felt strong that we were going to have a really good defensive performance, even though I know Ole Miss is a really good football team. And I keep talking about all these Ole Miss beat us, that and all that, I give them the credit, but if we just play smarter football, we can go in there and celebrate instead of feel like this for the fourth week in a row.
You like the execution on 3rd and short.
I did, it was better. We had to go, we had the sneak in there that we got. So yes,
You mentioned a lot of injuries, a lot on the defensive side of the ball. Are any of those concerning to you moving forward, or is it kind of just up on improvements?
yeah, it'd be concerning for next week. I don't know how much further than that. I don't think any of them's in there that are like ending or anything, but there are 3 or 4 of them that are concerning whether we're gonna have them next week or not.
Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Questions for you guys? Josh?
I guess for both guys, maybe you can take it first, just, these guys had 706 yards, offense for stuff, what would y'all think about how you guys were able to, hold them down, so to speak?
Just buying into the game plan that, our coaches set for us every week, just knowing that we just got to make a play, just being able to make that play when the opportunity come and just stuff the run. Same thing.
How tough is this, third straight or fourth straight loss, third straight by one score? Just what's the key to sort of sticking together, not letting go of the rope?
We all bought into the same thing. We ain't gonna give up. We're gonna continue to go to practice, get better, and continue to have that fight in us.
Continue to keep going to work, looking at every week as an opportunity to win, a new opportunity to, just show what we can display, show our talents.
KJ's obviously from down here in Mississippi. I know all y'all are disappointed, but how tough do you think this is for KJ to come back and, lose a game like this in his home state, one score game? Yeah, that's it.
I just know it's real tough for him. I know he wanted to win, the team wanted to win, so yeah.
Like he said, just being from his hometown, just being able to come out here and not get the job done. I know it's probably hurting, but we all hurting as a team.
You guys have been doing a good job of bending and not breaking, forcing punts while the offense, can kind of have some drives that don't really work out. How tough is that to, keep going out and making stops and maybe not seeing the results on the other side?
It gets tough, but at the end of the day, we got to keep encouraging our offense, keep encouraging them, tell them, just keeping high hopes for the team, keeping high hopes for the defense, for the offense. So just going out there and just still making the plays.
Everybody got to fly their plane. We can't do everybody's job. We can only do our job. So what the offense has going on, we can't let that affect us on the field.
How much, good on good you guys did this week in practice. What do you think about Ty Washington, who barely played, and then comes out as a big game? You think that what y'all think of Ty and what he gave the offense?
He was very consistent in practice. So it just translated over into the game.
You got
Proud of him, just whenever his name get called, he just going out there and work. So when the opportunity came, he flourished. Proud of him.
Sam talked about, some injuries to some key guys. We saw football, his injury, but for, other players to step up, Malik Chavez got a sack. What did you think of guys being able to step up when guys got hurt?
When their number get called, there's no setback. So just being able to just go out there and just play and having like no letdowns, just play was big for us.
I'm sorry.
You got it.
No, you can go ahead.
I would just say it's just a next man up mentality. We all know that it can go either way. When they come in, we just talk to them. Like, you've been playing football, just next man up. Take advantage of what you got in front of you.
It's been a tough stretch. Now you got to go to Alabama, where I haven't beaten Alabama since 2006. Just you already had this tough stretch, and now you got to go to Alabama. How tough is that? Do you think?
I don't think it's tough. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep fighting, and find the little details that's holding us back and attack those the right way. And I feel like we'll be in good hands.
Just like he said, just another opportunity to showcase our talent, another opportunity just to, showcase the world, shock the world, be able to go out there and beat those guys. So.
Coach said that you guys bought in. Coach Washington, the game plan defensively. How easy was it to buy into that? Knowing what Ole Miss's offense was able.
We just trust our coach. We put trust in him. We feel like he know what we got to do. We got the people in the room. We just got to go out there and execute.
Just like he said, just having that trust, getting that extra film, just being able to make the plays when opportunities come, and just going out there and just balling and having fun with our guys.
Coach Pittman was in here and he said that if you guys could just, cut down the penalties, the mental mistakes, stuff like that, then maybe you could win one of these, close one possession games. I guess from a player perspective, what can you do to help towards cutting down on those things?
I would say just being more disciplined in practice, when opportunities come for a penalty, just, coaching our guys up, coaching ourselves up. So just basically just being a whole lot more disciplined.
I would say the same thing, and then just keeping our composure. I feel like in times like when we get down to it, it's a panic that happened, and that's what's causing the flag. So we just got to keep our composure.
Then we saw Nico Davier make a few plays. Seems like this is probably the most he's ever played. What do y'all think of his performance?
I think he did a great job. He had a little tackle for loss. And I didn't even know he was in on the field actually, and I was like, "Woof, he coming." So. Yeah, I think he did a great job, though.
Just like he said, was making the plays when opportunities come, next guy up. So when he came in, he made the play, and he was proud of him.
A lot of teams would love to hold Ole Miss 27 points, they scored 73 and 55 and all that. But you guys had the lead, then they were able to put together a drive. So how tough was that? And what did they do on that drive, to get the lead?
They kind of sped up the tempo. Then a lot of things just came down to us. We was beating ourselves. I had a couple missed tackles that drive. They led them to score. Just got to work on that and get better.
Just like you say, tempo. When the team tempos, you just gotta hurry up, get the call and get ready and get in line. So just like you said, like missed tackles, those are things we gotta buy in on this week so we can go out there and play our best football.
Appreciate you guys. Great job.
Appreciate y'all.
AJ, how tough was this?
Very disappointing, frustrating at most. Didn't come away with the result we wanted. Pretty frustrating.
Tough to play your last collegiate game in the state of Mississippi. See that result. You gave it your all, didn't you?
I did. Came up short. We had a chance to drive the ball down and score. We didn't do that, so that's on my part. I take full responsibility of it, and got to get better.
KJ, you made some big plays with your legs, some big ones with your arms, but also uncharacteristic interceptions. Do you think that was maybe the pressure or someone this was doing, or what do you think happened on that?
No, it was just more of my eyes in the wrong spot. They kind of disguised on the last day, disguised the coverage pretty well to where I didn't see the guy at all. So shots out to them, they game playing well, then I gotta protect the ball better, take better care of the ball.
If your family, your whole family was there up in the stands, what does it mean to you that they were all here to support you?
It means a lot. It means got a strong support system. They really care. They gonna always be there. It's bigger than football with us. I mean, family first, and it's always been that for us. And I mean, I love them, and I thank them for coming up.
KJ, when did you know that Ty was going to be able to do what he did today?
Well, like I said, opportunity presented itself. He took full advantage of it, and he came through in clutch situations, and we needed that. And he showed up to the plate and showed that he was prepared for this moment, and he took full advantage of it.
Ty, when did you know that you did
To be honest, I just kept grinding. I mean, coming out from last year and coming into this year, Luke's a hell of a player, and he came in and did his thing, but just waited my opportunity, and then it finally came, and so now I had to step up to the plate.
You got to respect your attitude. How tough is that? You caught a touchdown pass in Liberty Bowl, and you're thinking, okay, this is going to be a big season, and then Luke didn't give anybody else a chance to play the way he's playing. How tough is it to kind of wait your time, and then when you get that opportunity, to take advantage of it?
I watched the video like Tom Brady said. He was like, you got 2 plays in practice and stuff, and he just kept going and made them 2 plays perfect. At that time, I was probably getting like 5, and I just kept making them 5 perfect and kept going and kept training, doing what I had to do to stay mentally ready. Because if you're not ready, when opportunity comes, you're not going to be ready. So I just had to keep going, to be honest.
For both you guys, KJ maybe in on time. I think you had 5 catches on that first drive and touchdown. How big a boost was that, KJ? I mean, how much of confidence did that give you? More confidence maybe in time than after he answers time. What did that first drive do for you?
It gave a lot of confidence. I mean, we wanted to come out, get in a rhythm early, a lot of ball control passes, and so I was just running great routes, and he made the most of it. When I mean, yards had to catch, and for him to score on the first drive, go down and score, it was big for our team and for him as well, for his confidence wise the rest of the game. So proud of him.
I'll say my confidence, it helped a lot, to be honest, from the bowl game, and then coming into the season, took a little dip a little bit, but it was always there. But I say it definitely boosted my confidence more.
How frustrating is it to not have the running game clicking the way it has in the past?
It's very frustrating. I mean, it's to see. So I mean, running the ball is a big deal in the SC. Establishing the run early is a big deal. Because I mean, once you run the ball, it opens up your whole playbook. Whether you can do RPOs off of it and different things of that nature. So I mean, it's pretty frustrating not being able to get the running game established, and that's something we got to go get back to the drawing board on and work, put more emphasis on it at practice. So pretty frustrating.
AJ, when Sam was in there, he said it feels like it's hard for you to play with confidence because of how much you're pressured this year. Do you feel like that's an accurate assessment?
I mean, it's like I said, it's frustrating. It's frustrating at times, frustrating at moments. I mean, you just got to be able to control what you control at the same time, but also know that, I mean, I still have faith and confidence in those guys up front, and the tight ends and the running backs still block for me as well. So, I mean, I'm putting all my faith in them, and I know they got my back just like I got their back. So we just got to keep moving forward, taking it one day at a time.
AJ, Patrick Kudus played center, in the first half a little bit. Did you notice anything different, or what is there a big difference between him and Bo snapping it to you?
I would say the way they snap it, that's about the only difference. Kudus is a dead snap kind of guy, and Bo kind of snap and spiral back there. But other than that, for snap wise, I mean, I didn't have no problems with it at all.
For both you guys on the KJ first and then tied, the 4 straight losses, 3 were 1-score games, really went down the wire. How tough is that? And what's the key to not letting go of the rope, especially when you gotta go to Alabama, next week?
I would say the main thing is just being able to get back to work. I mean, not playing smarter football, not hurting ourselves. We had 10 penalties this tonight, and we can't going into playing a team like Ole Miss and here on out SEC teams. I mean, you can't play and have 10 penalties. I mean, that's gonna cost you, and it cost us tonight. And we just gotta be able to play smarter brand of football.
Yeah, we'll talk just the key to sticking together through a rough stretch.
I would say sticking together and playing smarter football, piggyback off what he said, and just working. We got to go to work next week.
And 6 games left. How can you build on that performance? And KJ, how do you think you can build on it every time you can take that first?
I can't say for next week. I just got to keep working. To be honest, I can't say what happens next week. That's all God's plan.
His preparation. I mean, if he prepare like he prepared this week, then next week, he'll also have a great day on Saturday. So, I mean, it's all in your preparation throughout the weekend, how you approach practice and the plays and the reps that you take, how you approach that, and how important those reps are. So,
KJ, how do you keep players holding on to the ball and not letting go?
just having faith in each other. I mean, just each and every day at practice and even in the locker room as well. Just making sure we're still bonding together, make sure we're still having fun, we're still in the moment, and we're still playing, we're still passionate about the sport and this team and the state. So just being able to keep guys amongst each other and not divide and start the blaming game and stuff like that. So just making sure we all stay together and we all in this together.
I know when you're gonna get to play more. I don't know if you get to play this much, catch you touchdown passes, but were you excited, nervous? Well, what was your mindset going into it?
Deep down, I knew what I could do, so it wasn't really nervous. I won't say nervous, but really was just excited to play. To be honest, just ready to get out there and do it. And I feel like I put the work in to do it, so I was just ready to go.
Great job, both. Appreciate it.
Thank you.